why you need a haircut.
Oh, really bad.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be an ultimate drugstore makeup kit. I'm doing this video today because I've gotten so much request for drugstore makeup looks, and I figured why not help you guys build a kit. If you're trying to start getting into makeup and build a kit for yourself, this is really going to help you do it in a more affordable way, so you don't have to go into a higher end store and spend $1,000 to build a makeup kit. Also, if you already have a makeup kit and you're already into makeup, this video is still going to be helpful for you because I talk about a lot of my favorite drugstore products, and maybe you want to try some of them out and not spend your arm or leg to do so. So I'm going to recommend a lot of affordable products that are bomb. I have no makeup on right now because I'm going to go to Target and I'm going to get the makeup, talk about why I'm getting it as I apply it to my face. So I'm going to show you how I use it as well, and just really build your makeup kit, and maybe you're missing a few pieces and this is an affordable way to kind of build it up and have a full makeup kit. So this video is very helpful and requested in a way. I feel like many years ago I filmed this video already on my channel, but girl, it's time for an update. Oh, a greasy ball. It's like, it's got a little crusty on it. So without further ado, we're gonna sing that subscribe song and then we're gonna jump right into the video. Be sure and subscribe to my channel before you leave. Subscribe! Alright, let's go ahead and do some makeup. Let's go to Target.
We are at Target. There's a random trash can in our shot.
Yes.
We are in the makeup aisles at Target.
Target.
Yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys how to build this drugstore makeup kit. I'm gonna show you what to do. Boo. Let's get started. So that was an awful angle of me, and I'm sorry you had to see that. It's like, let's get started. Let's get started.
What was that?
First, we need some primer. Hey. My elf was like so affordable. I really but this is $8. Oh, where? This is a really great drugstore foundation, and it is for free. How much is this? It's normally like $5 and some change. I also like the Maybelline one, which is what I'm gonna go for today. Eyeshadow, girl, we're gonna tap into Wet n Wild. Also, e.l.f. came out with some new palettes. We can talk about that a little bit later.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's not. I like this foundation. They have a massive shade range. I'm going to show you. So this is the dewy one. I personally like the matte and poreless because it's not too cakey, it's not too matte. And girl, we got shades for days. This one's $6.99. Sometimes you can get it for $5 depending on where you buy it. I am shade 220, and in Matte Cosmetics, just to reference, I'm like in C35.
Okay. No, ma'am. Not in Target.
For setting powder. Setting powder is a must. Definitely must have. This one costs around $4.69. Not too shabby. I used to go to Walgreens every day and try to collect these rose blushes when they first came out, and I just want to say it, they are fabulous. And also, Milani has I don't really like the sponge. I love the concealer. Who the hell does this to a mascara wand? Who came in here and chewed on this? That's just wrong, y'all. We have our complete drugstore makeup kit in the cart. We call them buggies in the South, but in the cart, since I'm in California. I didn't show you everything I got because I want you to wait for the tutorial on this face.
Now it's time to shop around for all the shit that we don't need.
Oh yeah! Magic toilet wand, sports bras, blankets, 10-year lasting batteries. Oh, guaranteed for 10 years. Pillows! An alligator pillow. A cube bear. We're here to race our shopping cart. Let's do this. Who's gonna win? We won.
Which one? Oh.
Honestly, the effort that goes into Halloween masks this year is like at an all-time low. Are you kidding me? Like, how am I supposed to scare people with this on?
Turn sideways so we can see.
I'm filing for divorce if you don't wear that prom wig. No, sideways.
Alrighty then. It wouldn't be a LAURALEE video if I didn't have a little excess lash glue in the lashes. One of the first things I got, I've talked about this about 25 times on my channel. So if you're new here, I'll talk about it for you today. It's a really nice primer. I think it has a lot of moisturizing properties in it. It moisturizes, but at the same time, I think it blurs a little bit. It's just like an all-around great primer. Not even just for drugstore, but in general, a great primer. I recommend trying it out, especially if you have dry skin, because I think it has those moisturizing properties in it. And then I've also talked about this a bazillion times on my channel. Like the lid's on backwards, but this is the Fit Me. It was between this and the Wet n Wild one. I like both almost equally, but I went with this one. This is the Matte and Poreless, and I went with this one because they have more shades. I'm just gonna take this sponge and start to blend it into my skin. This is a really great drugstore foundation. It has medium coverage. You can build it up. You can use it every day. I don't know why I'm using my viewfinder as a mirror, because girl, I need to see what I'm doing. Fabulous. But I think this has great coverage, and I think it's just a great everyday foundation that you can wear and count on. Next up, this wouldn't be a drugstore kit video without a concealer. So this is the Adrian Ryan Eraser Dark Circle concealer. It's very full coverage. I've liked it a lot. I used it for years. The shade that I picked it up in is Fair. Did I buy this too light? I may have bought it too light, but you know what? We're gonna keep the video going. I probably should have opened all this makeup before we dove in, but here we are. So I'm just gonna give her about 25,000 cranks. Really, with this sponge, I just like to dab. I mean, we're not gonna pretend like we don't see that big dark circle right there. So we're just gonna cover her up. I feel like this is a great concealer to cover dark circles. You don't have to use as much as me. I'm also gonna go ahead and highlight my face a little bit with it. I don't blend with the sponge applicator, by the way. I go back in with this sponge, and I'll go ahead and just dab it out. It brightens so much, and it also just helps me look so much more awake and alive, and I'm ready to conquer the day. I kind of sort of lately have been going for not the so bright under eye, but just like almost a neutral under eye that's like similar to my face color, but today we're going bright. And what you can do is you can go ahead and blend this around and apply it to your eyelids and use it like an eyeshadow primer. Once this is done, what I typically like to do, although this package is closed, I like to keep looking up and not like look down too much because it causes creases. Keep looking up and set it really quickly before it starts creasing. But today we have to open this package and we have a million things to do, so that's just not gonna happen. For setting powder, one of my favorites from the drugstore that does not flash back is the Rimmel Stay Matte. And you can use this to set your whole entire face. I'll just rub the sponge in it. See how I have it here on the sponge? And I'll just start to press it into that concealer, especially getting it right up in there where we tend to get a little creasy. It looks so smooth and soft, as nice coverage. And I'll go ahead and add it to my eyelids and forehead area as well, just anywhere I put that concealer. And again, you can just set your whole face if you want to, girl. Get crazy. Okay, let me do my brows real quick. And for, oh, that's an eyeliner. I almost picked up a black eyeliner. For my brows, though, I did pick up this Maybelline brow pencil. I don't have like a ton of brow products that I love from the drugstore, but this is one that has worked out for me. It's a little bit waxy, but overall, like, it works really well. I like it. It is the micro brow pencil from Maybelline, and I got it in deep brown. What I like to do is just spoolie these little caterpillars on up. And by the way, my brows have grown out some, so I'm just like really happy with them right now. And I just love them so much. And I've hated them for years. So finally, I'm like, we're getting along. Finally, me and my brows, you know, we worked it out and we're getting along now. And it's a really precise little brow pencil. So I like to start at the, girl, where's a mirror? I like to start at the bottom of my brow because I'm missing a gap of hair right here. So once I have the bottom of the brow filled in, I like to go ahead and do the top part of the brow and just start to shape them. And then I'll fill in the middle of the brow, just sparingly filling it in, not too heavy. And I really don't feel like you need a brow gel with this brow pencil because it has so much wax in it. It really holds the brow hairs in place on its own, and that's why I didn't pick up a brow gel at the drugstore. We have our brows on. Now I'm going to dive into eyeshadow, and the reason I didn't pick up the eyeshadow primer either is because you can use your concealer as an eyeshadow primer, so it's just saving money there. And I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild eyeshadow, and I'm also going to be using where to go eyeshadow I have been using since I started my channel. Oh my god, it's Amber Rush by L'Oreal, and I was so happy they still make it. I have an old one, I'm sure it's expired, so I was trying to pick up a new one, and I found it. This is the prettiest eyeshadow I've ever seen in my life, and every time I wear it, I get so many compliments. And this is just one of their single pigments at L'Oreal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I feel like I just have such a hard time with matte eyeshadows at the drugstore. They just get so powdery and don't have enough pigment. And so Wet n Wild eyeshadows, I just have such good luck with. So I wanted to kind of create a fall everyday look for you guys to rock out through the holidays and through November, October at work or at school or whatever you're doing. So I figured I would pick up some things, but this is a nice little neutral palette. It has lots of good browns and neutral colors in it, but it's also kind of fall-timey as well. And Wet n Wild has very bomb eyeshadows. Can't get anything open today. Oh my God. I literally just fought this for 10 minutes straight to get it open. What I'm going to do is go in with this orange warm tone shade on just a fluffy blender brush. And now we already have the eye primer down. We don't have a mirror, so let her get one. I'm going to start to blend it into the crease. And we're just going to have a nice little crisp fall makeup look. And what I like to do to blend is in small circular motions. Also, while it's on the brain, I have a really cool video that I've been working on for quite a while coming to you guys. It's just taken me a really long time to put the whole video together and edit, and it's just like a bunch of different scenes. It is not a makeup video, but I hope you guys are still excited to see it because I'm really excited to put out just some new, fresh, different content. I'm still going to be doing makeup, of course. I just wanted to switch it up and put out some positive, really awesome blossom content. And I'll just go back and forth, windshield wiper motion. But if you can see, like, look how nice and soft these Wet n Wild shadows blend out. They're like so buttery. The mattes are fabulous. I'm living. So now I can't help myself but to tap into, I'm gonna mix these two shades right here, this rustic brownie shade, and then this plum, fuchsia plum, I don't know. This shade just reminds me of fall time, so it's going on my eye. And I'm just gonna blend that on top. And we're just gonna pop it, but we're gonna keep it a little bit lower this time. And then we're just gonna push it into the outer corner. What I like to do sometimes with matte shades is I like to like press them in to build up the color. And then I'll just take my brush and soften them out. All right, now this is going to be the fun part. I'm going to dip my finger into Amber Rush. However, if you don't have Amber Rush, this little palette has this lighter shimmery shade, which will be really pretty on the brow bone as well as on the eyelid. Seriously, this is like my obsession. Like, oh, so pretty. All I do is I get some on my ring finger. You can use whatever finger that your heart desires, or you can use a flat synthetic brush as well. But what I do is I just start pressing it on really lightly. Your ring finger uses the least amount of pressure, and we're dealing with the eyeball. So I like to work with my ring finger or index finger sometimes, but working with your ring finger is sometimes the safest bet. And I like to just press this in, and now I look like a glowy little gaudy fairy, and I just love it so much. It looks wet. My eyelid looks wet. So pretty. Then what I'll do, because you see a little bit of a harsh edge right there, I like to just go back in with the outer corner colors. And I just like to soften up that edge by tapping it on and pulling it out. Because we've already done our concealer, I'm going to go ahead and do the lower lash line. I'm going to grab the first shade, which is this orangey shade. Girl, I'm on blended. I like to connect the outer corner, make a little connection there, and just take it all the way, inner to outer. You do not have to make your lower lash line this dramatic, but girl, I love it, so I'm gonna do it. But you do you know, make the look your own. I know you guys are all makeup lovers and put your own spin on things, and I love to see your looks. Is anyone else, like, I'm like, seriously, when I do my lower lash line, I'm like, okay, the way to execute this the best is to do the ugliest face possible. I can't help it. Next, I picked up this CoverGirl eyeliner. I remember in high school, like, I always used a stick liner for the most part until I got into MAC makeup. But for the most part, I would use a stick liner, and I'd be so pissed whenever I ran out of money because I'd be like, dang it, I have to get the one at the Dollar Tree, and the one at the Dollar Tree just would not come off. I'd have to like scrape into my eyeball to get it to come off. But whenever I got my cash and my paycheck, I would go get the CoverGirl one. Like, I remember that, and I was like, yep, where's the CoverGirl one? Because it's bomb! Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and do the waterline. Kind of hard to do with one hand because I'm using a mirror. You would think I had a better setup at the moment. I mean, I've only been on YouTube 5.5 years. I'm just still figuring things out. And then what you can also do if you want to get crazy, you can top line which looks extremely uncomfortable and creepy, and that's because it is uncomfortable and creepy. So what I also like to do, I have to tug a little. I don't recommend tugging. Do as I say, not as I do, but I like to just define the eyes by adding a little bit of black liner, like right in those lashes. For Drugstore mascara, I really like this Lash Paradise one, so that is what I'll be using today. Actually, I'm gonna give these lashes a curl because we know they need all the help they can get. All the love, TLC. My face looks super pale, but I promise I'm gonna give it some love. I'm gonna add some bronzer in just a second. We'll finish the face makeup, so hang tight. All right, my little love dolls. Next, for bronzer, I got the Rimmel bronzer. This one is super awesome. I've been using it for years. This one has a little bit of shimmer in it, like a little bit of a gold undertone, but I don't feel like it like shows up too much. I think it still looks really nicely, does a really nice job to contour with. So what I'm gonna do is I normally start kind of at the top of the ear, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just bring it around the town in small circular motions. I'll do the forehead, and I'll bring it around the temples and the forehead area to kind of bronze it up a little bit and contour. I will even bring it right around this chin area. Yes. Honey. For blush, I picked up this peach blush from Wet n Wild. This one is called, girl, what is this little brush? Get out of here. This one is called Pearlescent Pink. It's just a matte pink blush and a pink, girl. I mean to say peach. I love peach blushes. They're seriously my favorite. This one like has a crazy amount of pigment. So I did add some false lashes because would it really be a LAURALEE video if I didn't? But I just want to say this, you do not have to wear big dramatic false lashes to complete your look. Don't make me feel like you have to. Don't make you feel like you have to. You don't have to do that at all. You can just put on a couple coats of mascara, and honestly, like if I was going to school or work, I would not wear these lashes. But me just being super real with you guys, I'm not going to school and I'm not going to a job, so I do wear these. But you know, if you're not comfortable with them, you're like, I don't feel like I want to do all that, don't do it. Don't let me make you feel like you have to. I'm just like a dramatic queen and I love my lashes. So right now I'm going to take this shimmery shade right here in the palette, and I'm just going to add it to the inner corner of the eye, which you guys wouldn't believe how much this will seriously like open up your eyes and give you a little twinkle, little sparkle. Also, go ahead and I'll pop some right on that brow bone, girl, right there. And for the moment we've all been waiting for, highlighter. Today I'm going to be using the Master Comb from Maybelline. I like all their shades in it. They're super bomb highlighters, really creamy. So freaking pretty, I can't get over it. Oh my gosh. The one I'm using today is number 50 Molten Rose Gold. I'm just going to use my finger and add a little bit to the nose, a little bit to the forehead, a little bit to the chin, so I'm like real glowy. Like, oh, I may have added too much right there. I need to blend that out a little bit. For my lips, I really like the Maybelline nude lipsticks that aren't liquid lipsticks, but I really like the Wet n Wild actual liquid lipstick. So I bought the shade Berry Recognize and Goth Topic. I really want to put on Goth Topic so bad. What? She's not doing a nude lip? Oh my God. I'm on fall time. Fall time is shook right now. Just like my tooth. You ever wonder like how much liquid lipstick you eat throughout your life? Like I wonder that all the time. I'm like, how much have I eaten? Should I eat it? Is it healthy? All right, this is the final look. I love the way it came out. It wasn't too many colors, not too much work, and I think it's a really beautiful everyday fall makeup look. And you could also do just a nude lip and do a regular, you know, look and maybe some browns, not so many cranberries on the eye, and do a regular look for everyday life. But I hope this video helps you build your makeup kit. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Be sure and subscribe to my channel before you leave. Subscribe today. And I'll see you all in my next video. By the way, I hope to have at least one more video go up this week. I hope. Be on the lookout for that. And I will see you all over there. See you later.
In Vogue.
Would it really be a LAURALEE video if her tracks weren't showing? Fall time is the perfect time to create the fabulous butthole lip. I'm done. I'll see you later this week, party people.